Dear learners, you all are welcome to senior secondary level mathematics program. Dear learners, we know that calculus is the very important aspects in mathematics in order to understand, in order to calculate, in order to compute, or we can say in order to solve different problem in mathematics. And there are different component involved in calculus. For example, we can say the limit, your derivatives, or we can say the integration, all are the component of calculus. And limit is the, we can say preliminary part, we can say preliminary stage of the calculus. And now we will be more discuss about calculus. Under calculus we will be discuss about the limit. When talking about limit, limit particularly describe the rate of change of a quantity with respect to another quantity. When talking about the limit of a function, we know that there are different functions. Some functions are continuous in nature, some are non-continuous in nature. Limits particularly describe that the continuous nature and non-continuous nature and distinguish between the different types of functions. And when talking about limit of a function, let us see, when talking about limit of a function, that means we can say that particular point what will be the limit of a particular function. I would like to take an algebraical function. Suppose f of x, we know that f of x equal to, suppose I have taken x square minus 1 by x minus 1, okay. And the behavior of this function, at x equal to 1. You see, just observe, f of x equal to x square minus 1 by x minus 1. This function is possible only when x not equal to 1, because you know that when x become 1, the denominator become 0, and that means we can say then the function will be non-defined. So, we can say this function is except x not equal to 1. Okay. When talking about f of x equal to x square minus 1 and x minus 1, you see x approaches to 1. That means x approaches to 1, what will be the value of f of x? Simply we can say limit, this is the symbol, I can write LIM in shortly, limit x tends to 1, f of x equal to x square minus 1 by x minus 1. Okay. You see, the condition is x not equal to 1. Okay. Now, I can write x square minus 1 by x minus 1, we can write a square minus b square. That means by putting that formula, x minus 1 into x plus 1 divided by x minus 1. Okay. Now, you see that x minus 1 that will be cancelled, then the result will be x plus 1. Okay. That means we get that f of x equal to x plus 1. You see, when talking about the result will be like this, I can say f of x equal to x plus 1. Okay. Now, limit x tends to 1, I can write f of x equal to, in place of x I can put the value of 1, because x approaches to 1, 1 plus 1, that value equal to 2. Okay. So, we can say limit of the function f of x, the result will be 2. Okay. That means when x approaches to 1, then what will be the value of f of x? That means limiting value of the function, that is x plus 1, which equal to 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Let us see, when talking about limit of a function, you see That means when x approaches to 1, what will be the value of f of x? Okay, what will be the value of f of x? You see, x approaches to 1, not exactly to 1. That means we can near to 1. Okay. Suppose I would like to take suppose the value of, I can say write like this a table. Let us see, suppose I would like to take x and suppose this is f of x. Suppose x value I have taken near to 1, suppose I have to taken 0.9. You see, the function is f of x equal to x plus 1. Then what will you find? 0.9. Suppose x equal to 0.9, f of x equal to, you will get 1.9. Okay. Suppose I have taken 0.99, the f of x equal to 1.99. Okay. Suppose x value I have taken, suppose 1.01. Then what will be the value of f of x? F of x you will get 2.01, and suppose I would like to take 1.001, that value equal to 2.001. That means when x approaches to 1, f of x we can say, that means limit x tends to 1, that means x approaches to 1, the f of x result will be, you will get 1 plus 1, that will be 2. That is the limiting value of the function. Limit x tends to 1, f of x equal to 2. Let us see, we move to another concept, that is your left hand limit and right hand limit. Okay. Left hand limit and right hand limit. That means the left hand part of the limit and right hand part of the limit. Suppose f of x equal to x square minus 1 by x minus 1, that is limit x tends to 1, f of x equal to x square minus 1 by x minus 1, which is, you know that you will get x plus 1, which is equal to 2. Okay. You see, limit x tends to 1, f of x equal to x plus 1, which equal to 2. When talking about left hand limit, that means when x approaches to 1, that means x, f of x, that means we can say when x approaches to 1, that means f of x from left, that means I can write limit x tends to 1 minus f of x equal to 2. That is called the left hand limit, LHS. That is known as left hand limit. Okay. Suppose I am talking about right hand limit. Okay. On right hand limit, you know that limit x tends to 1 plus, okay, 1 plus f of x, that will be 2. Okay. That is known as right hand limit, because when x approaches to 1, that limiting value right from the right hand part. Okay. That means we can say limit x tends to 1 plus f of x equal to 2. Okay. That is known as the right hand limit, RHL, right hand limit. In shortly we are writing right hand limit. You see, that means we can say that left existence of a limit of a function, कब एक function exist करेगा, that means in order to exist a limit, there will be a condition. What will be the condition? The condition is when left hand limit is equal to right hand limit, then we can say limit of a function is exist, otherwise it does not exist. That means we can say the condition is, the first condition we can say when limit x tends to 1, or we can say x tends to f of a plus f of x equal to limit x tends to a minus f of x equal to suppose L. Then we can say the limit is exist. That means left hand limit, when left hand limit is equal to right hand limit, then say we can say the existence of a limit of a function is possible. Otherwise if we can say if LHL is not equal to RHL, that means I can say when left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit, that means that existence of a limit does not exist. That means limit of the function does not exist. The second condition. Third condition is if either left hand limit is not exist or right hand limit of a function is not exist, then also we can say limit of the function does not exist, or we can say limit of a function will be exist when left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. First condition. And limit of a function does not exist when left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. This is the condition 1. Condition 2 is that either left hand limit does not exist or right hand limit does not exist, or both are does not exist. Then also we can say existence of a limit of a function does not exist. Okay. This is known as the existence of a limit. Let us we take the evaluation of a limit. That means how we find out limiting value of the function. That means what are the different techniques we can say. What are the different techniques that shall be applied in order to evaluate the limit of a function. In generally there are 3 important we can say techniques that can be used to you can say to find out the value of limiting value of a function. The first techniques is called, that is we can say the first techniques we can say that will be the method of substitution. This is the one of the techniques. Second techniques, method of factorization, it is also another techniques, and third techniques is method of rationalization. These are the 3 different techniques, but the different condition, different situation, this method will be applied, and we will be discussed one by one, and which condition, which situation, which techniques supposed to be used. The first method is the we can say that is the method of substitution. When talking about method of substitution, that means we have to substitute the limiting value. For example, suppose I would like to take limit x tends to 2 x square plus 3x plus 2, suppose. Okay. So, what will you do? Now, limit x tends to 2, that means simply we can do the value of we can say the value of 2 to this the value of x. Okay. So, what will we do? That means 2 whole square plus 2 into 3 plus 2, that means you will get 4 plus 3 into 2, that is 6 plus 2 plus 2, the result will be 12. Okay. That means we can say very easily we can find out the value of we can say by using the substitute method we can find out the value of the limiting value. For example, another example, suppose I would like to take, suppose limit x tends to 1, suppose 3x plus 5. Okay. What will we do? We substitute the value of x in this 3x plus 5. Then you will find that means 3x value is 1, 3 is multiply with 1 plus 5 which equal to 3 plus 5 equal to 8. Suppose another example, suppose I would like to take. Suppose limit r tends to 1 pi r square plus 7. Okay. You see pi r square plus 7. What you will get? R raised to r tends to 1. That means I can say 20. We know that pi value is 22 by 7. Multiply with r whole square, that means 1 whole square plus 7, that means we can say 22 by 7 plus 7, and that result we will find. Suppose 22 plus 49 by 7, then you will get the result is 11, 1 take 1, 4, 2, that is 6 plus 1, that means 71 divided by 7. This is the way to finding out the. Suppose we have take that method of substitution. Suppose I would like to take the another method. The another method is method of factorization. Suppose I would like to take an example, and that is when we are talking about limit x tends to 5 x square minus 5x plus 6 by x minus 2. Okay. You know that x square minus 5x by 6x minus 2, when x tends to 5. Okay. Let us see what we will do. Suppose we know that limit x tends to 5, I can write x square minus 2x minus 3x plus 6 divided by x minus 2. Okay. Because what will you do here, x square minus 5x plus 6x minus 2, we have split the middle term formula minus 5x, which equal to minus 2x minus 3x. Okay. Then what will you do, that implies limit x tends to 5, I can write when x taken common, that value equal to x minus 2, that means minus 3. Suppose I have taken the common, that value equal to also x minus 2, and the denominator will be x minus 2, and you will find the result like limit x tends to 5 x minus 3 into x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. Okay. And you know that x minus 2 numerator and denominator both will be cancelled, and the result will be get x minus 3. Okay. And that means we can write limit x tends to 5 x minus 3, because this x minus 2 will be cancelled. Then when put the value of x tends to 5 in place of x, the result will be 5 minus 3, and you will get the result is 2. That means we can say limit x tends to 5 x square minus 5x plus 6 by x minus 2, the result will be 2. Okay. This is known as, by using the factorization method, we are able to find out the limiting value of the function, and this method is known as method of factorization. Now we will be moved to the another method, that is method of rationalization. Rationalization method in generally when we use numerator, denominator both, or one of the numerator or denominator are in SOR. Okay. That place, that situation, that means we can say when the numerator and denominator involve SOR, then and reduced to 0 by 0 form or infinity by infinity form, that situation, that condition we able to method of rationalization. Okay. For example, one example, suppose I would like to take limit x tends to, suppose limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x square root minus 1 minus x square root divided by x. Okay. That means 1 plus x square root minus 1 minus x square root divided by x. Suppose how we can find out the value of this function? Here we know that this is in the form of, we can say SOR. This is in the form of SOR, 1 plus x square root 1 minus x square root. okay, which is in the numerator part. So, here this situation, this condition, we have to apply the method of rationalization. How we have to suppose we have to use the method of rationalization, that part will be discussed. That is very easily we can find out. Suppose that very simply we can say that this was the situation, suppose, or we can say that is limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x square root minus 1 plus x square root divided by x. Okay. So, what we have done, that means I can write limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x, a plus b, a minus b. You know though that we can use the formula a square minus b square. So, I can write 1 plus x square root minus 1 plus x minus 1 plus, we can say here, we can say that value is minus, suppose. Again I would like to take, suppose that formula is, we can say take another example, that is limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x square root minus 1 minus x square root divided by x. Okay. So, I can simply, we can take limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x square root minus 1 minus x square root, and same 1 plus x square root minus plus 1 minus x square root divided by x. You see, we just multiply this part 1 plus x plus 1 minus x in order to make a rationalize. Okay. So, what we multiply with the numerator, same things will be multiplied in the denominator. So, x multiply with 1 plus x square root plus 1 minus x square root. Okay. Then the numerator value, you know that what will be limit x tends to 0, okay, a plus b into a minus b, we know that a square minus b square. So, I can write 1 plus x a square minus b square, that means minus 1, we can say minus 1, that will be plus x divided by, you know that, suppose here I put the value of 0, okay. So, that value equal to 0, and here 1 plus x, that means also you will find 1 plus x plus 1 minus x square root. So, you will get x multiply with 1 plus x plus 1 minus x square root, then here you know that plus 1 minus 1 will be cancelled, that means 2x divided by x multiply with 1 plus x plus 1 minus x. So, here x also will be cancelled. So, you will get, so very simply we can say you will be get just, we can say that means x limit x tends to 0, x is already cancelled, 2 by 1 plus x plus 1 minus x, that means we can say limit x tends to 0, 2 by, we can say 2 by 1 plus x and 1 minus x. Okay. So, here we will be get, that means we can say, that means 1 plus x, here plus. So, we can say here plus. So, we can say that means limit x tends to 0, 2 by, in place of x we will put the value of 0. So, 1 plus 0, that will be 1, and 1, that x equal to 0. So, you will get 2 by 1 plus 1 which equal to 2 by 2 which equal to 1. that is the limiting value answer. So, very simply by using, we can say, by using the method of rationalization, we can able to find out the limiting value of the function, this method. Dear learners, now we have discussed about what exactly the concept of limit and when the limit of a function exists, and that means the existence of left hand limit and right hand limit, and also we have discussed the how to find out limiting value of the function, that means the evaluation techniques of limit. Basically 3 methods we have discussed: substitution method, factorization method and rationalization method. I hope that you have enjoyed learning with me. In our next session, we will be more discuss about limits and continuity. Thank you, learners.